are on to page number 2. Yay! Page 2. So, for page 2, you are going to need one little booklet, okay, and its measurement is 4 7/8 by 6 1/2, and you're going to just score right down the middle, and you're going to go at, this is just going to be like a journaling card, or you can put little pictures in here if you want to. I'm just going to put some white paper cardstock in there and on the back, and then in the front I'll probably decorate it with some cardstock, with some of our pattern paper, and then you're going to need a tiny belly band that is 3 1/4 by 5, and then this, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch on each side. This is going to go down like this, okay, and then your little booklet is going to slide right in on top of this part, and this part measures 7 by 9 1/4 inches, okay, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch up on top, okay, right there. And then this will fold over like this. You will need 2 magnets for this part, okay? You will need 4 1/4 by 6 3/4 inch, okay, little photo mats. And you're going to score a 1/2 inch on the sides, okay? And these are going to be like this, and they're going to be 2 on each side. So one here, one there, and one here, okay? And then this right here will leave us this part to go ahead and we can put some photos in there, or maybe a pocket, and put some more mats in there, okay? And you know what? I do have an extra pocket that I made, and then let's see, I do have an extra pocket. So if you want to go ahead and make a pocket, go ahead and make a pocket at 4 1/4 by 9 3/4, and score a 1/2 inch on the right, left, and on the bottom side, okay? So that will go on the bottom here, just like that. All right. And so that is for the front side of page 2, okay? And again, I'm going to go ahead and cut out all my papers. I went ahead and cut out the front paper to this pocket, okay, and this is my front, and I cut out this sheet right here, and it looks like that on the back, okay, and that's going to be for the front right here, alrighty, and then we're gonna flip this over, okay, and again I cut out another sheet of paper, and it looks like this on the back, okay, and that's going to go right there. And I believe my papers are 9 and, let's see here, 9 1/4, or 9 1/8 by 9 1/8, because our pages are 9 1/4 by 9 1/4. So 9 1/8 by 9 1/8 are all of my mats for my pages. Okay, so for the back side of page 2, okay, we are going to need 4 journal cards, okay. So you'll need 4 little journal cards, and they will measure 3 3/4 by 4. You will need 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch mats, okay. You will need 2 3 by 5 1/2 inch pockets, okay, scoring a 1/2 inch here, a 1/2 inch on the right and left side, and a 1/2 inch on the bottom. So those are going to be your pockets. And then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 5 by 8 1/2. And these 2 pieces are going to be side by side, just like this. Okay, our pockets are actually going to fit on top of these. Okay, just like that. And then these are going to open like this. Okay. We are going to go ahead and make some picture frames for this right here. Our little picture mats are going to be attached right here on top of here like this. Okay. So you'll lay 4 of them down just like this. All right. You will have journaling cards for these, and these little journaling cards are just going to slide right behind your pictures. So this is actually your picture mat, these are the journaling cards that go behind these, and we will make little pullouts for these. Okay, so that is for the back of page number 2. So, and then for, you will need a magnet, I believe. I don't think we're going to use a magnet. I'm going to make a closure for this part. Okay, so we will do a closure for this. And so, so right now, if you want to, you can go ahead and cut out all of your papers and ink all of your papers. And that's what I will be doing. And then once I'm done cutting all my papers and inking, I will be right back. Okay, guys, so go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and attach some of our little items that we've already cut out. So I'm attaching the 7 by 9 1/4 inch flap this way, okay? And remember to attach your flaps, okay, to the very end of your page. So this one will sit right here on top of that, okay, and then this one will sit right here. These will go on this side here. So your flaps will be inwards like this. Like that. Okay, just like that. And then we will have a pocket on the back of this, but first we're going to go ahead and mount these on here. So I'm just going to grab my glue and I'm just checking, making sure everything's glued down. There it is. Awesome. Okay, so there are those, and that is how that will be. And then we will have our little pocket that will be down here. Okay, and our little pocket is, where did that little pocket go? It's right here. So our little pocket will go right here, just like that. Okay, and then our pictures will go over that, and over this, and everything hopefully will stay down. So there we go. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and we are going to paper this, but we're not going to attach this down yet until after we get this on. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't think I inked anything yet. Nope. So let's go ahead and ink this real quick, and then I will go ahead and lay this part down, and then we will go ahead and put together the other page, or the back of this page. Okay, and then I will go ahead and cut out all my papers, or ink all my papers. I cut them out, but I didn't ink them yet. And then I will come back on after we get that other side together. Alrighty, so I think it's all inked up really good. So I'm just going to lay this down here. Whoops, it's upside down. Got to make sure it's upside up, right side up. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue on the edges here. Okay. And I'm going to drag some of that other glue that's in this corner out here. Okay. Stick this down. Okay, and that folds down, this folds in, this folds in. Great, everything fits. Yay! I love it when it fits. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we're going to go ahead and put down our pocket here. So we can go ahead and lay that down now. And when you make your pocket and you do a 1/2 inch, you're going to have a crisscross right here. And you're just going to go ahead and cut that. So you're just going to grab your scissors and cut that straight across, right on that X. Okay. You're going to fold in your tabs, and you're going to lay that down just like that. Okay. So when you lay it down, it'll look like that. Okay. And again, we're just going to grab our glue. And again, I'm using the iCraft glue. It's the iCraft Glue Ultra Bond. It dries clear. It is permanent, and it's acid free. So, just started using this glue. It's brand new to JS and Hobby store. So if you want to try it out, I suggest you try it out because I really like it. I mean, I am having really good turnout with it. I don't have a problem using it at all. You know, when it sticks, it sticks. It's, you know, and it does take a little bit longer to dry than the art glitter glue. It has a different consistency than the art glitter glue, but it dries very nice. Okay, and it's clear, just like the art glitter glue. So, yeah, I like it. So, okay, so this is our pocket, and then these will just fold in like this. Okay, and that will fold in like that. We will have this part here, and then our little booklet here. Okay, right there. And we will put that on after I get this papered up here. Okay. And then, so now what I'm going to put this off to the side because that's going to be for when we paper this part. Now we're going to go ahead and put together this part right here. And this is the back side of page 2. Okay. And so for the back side of page 2, we can go ahead and we can ink this part. We can go ahead and get that on, I think. Oh no, we have, I'm sorry. We have to put these on right here. Okay, so these will go on. And these are shorter doors. Okay, I call them doors, or flaps. These are shorter flaps than what you're used to. So, that is okay, but, so, they are, 8.5, okay, but if you want to make them longer, and I want to close this door because I want to make sure that they're even. So when I bring them together, so you just burnish those in and then close them just like this. And we're going to open this up and we're going to go ahead and put our paper down on this one. Okay, just like that. And then, and then we'll put our cards on and make our pockets for those. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. You can lay this down. Hi guys. Okay, so I decided to use a couple of these wooden little embellishments that they sent to me. They're the wooden accents, and they were the Christmas ones. And they come with some really cute, like little holly and gingerbread, snowflakes, stars, gift packages, and bells. And I think that is a moose, or it might be a deer, a sleigh, and a snowman. And so I thought, what a good way to use some of our stickles on these. So for this one here, after I got done cutting out my papers and all, I decided to use these as some closures along with some, we will be using some like twine or some string. And so I thought that that would be like super, super cute. And we're just going to wrap the string around, around the little brad that I have in here. Okay. So, and I have a couple of different strings, so I can pick up from a couple of these little twine strings that I've got, or forget what they call these. So I don't use them very often, but I was thinking that I have some of those, and so I thought I'd use them. So to decorate these, in order for these to go on here, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the holly that is found over at JS Hobbies and Crafts at the store. It's Stickles, and it's on sale right now for $1.99. Okay, and then I'm going to also use some of the Christmas red, and it's simply gorgeous, you guys. I love that red. And for the berries, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on there, and then we're going to let this dry while I go ahead and ink all of my papers. So I'm just going to actually put this right on top of the wood. Okay. And then we're going to set it aside to let it dry. Okay. Then I might try to put it on top of my brad and see how that does. I don't know if it'll dry or not. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to grab some of this, and I'm just going to go ahead and I might go ahead and ink this up first with some green ink, and I think I'm just going to use some Tim Holtz ink. So there is one, and we're just going to set this down, and we're just going to let this dry. Okay. So probably have to let this dry overnight, and that way I don't mess with it. So okay, so there we go. So I'm just going to set those aside, let those dry, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to begin the rest of our papers and cutting everything out. So we have everything just about laid down. And so I just got to ink everything. And then I will be right back. Hey everybody, okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and cut all my papers out and distressed everything. And so now we're going to go ahead and put our papers on. So I think I'm actually going to use this on this side here. I'm going to use it on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to use it right here. I think that's how I wanted it. And then this was going to be on the outside. Okay, so let me, and then here I wanted to go ahead and I'm going to line this with some little tiny pieces of scratch paper that I had. So I'm just going to add some glue, and I'm going to go ahead and put together this page. And if there's any changes or anything as far as like the layouts, then I will go ahead and stop the recording and I will let you know. So I'm going to fast forward. Okay. I just remembered we need to stick these on. So these are just going to be right in the middle of this paper. So you're going to just poke a hole here, just like that. Okay, and then we are going to poke a hole on this side here. So I just need to find out here where my hole is. Going to be right there. Okay. So I'm going to lift it up just a bit, and when you put your brads in, you don't want to put them all the way down tight, okay? You want to leave them a little bit up because we need to fit our string in there, okay? So before, so when you put them in there, don't put them in there too tight. And then I'm going to bring those two prongs together. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of gauge where I'm putting it. Okay, I'm going to turn my page over, and of course you're going to do this before you put your paper down. Okay, so you just want to pull your prongs apart. Okay, make sure that you have enough area for your string to fit underneath your brad. Okay, so I'm going to grab my string And I decided to do a white string. And so I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece off. And I'm just kind of like eyeballing out how long it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to tie this up under this. I'm going to go ahead and kind of make a loop. I was going to do it before, but it's not letting me. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a loop underneath here first. Okay, because I want this to be kind of tight. And it actually is, it's not tight, but it's a little tight. I'm just going to go ahead and tie. There we go. Okay, so that is tied under there. And I'm just going to cut that off. And I'm going to go ahead and loop this around. Okay. And then this right here is actually going to be where it hooks on to it. So I just need to go ahead and pull my prongs apart on the back of this paper. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue down because it kind of dried on me while I was getting everything situated. I'm just going to pull it up a bit. Okay. There we go. So there is that part. So now we just need to do this part here. So I'm just going to grab my glue. Alrighty. And then, of course, you can always cut this string a little bit down. And I thought that, it would be cute to just go ahead and this is going to be looped around just like this. Okay. And we can actually hang something on here. So I'm going to actually grab a little bell. Okay. And I'm just going to make sure my is dry. And I'm going to feed my string through here. Tie for there. So, and then we're going to have little pockets right here. So for our pockets, again, we're just going to go ahead and clip these off. And I gave you the measurements already, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue on the papers and get these stuck in. Okay, so then we can just go ahead and do that, and then that can fit in the little pocket right there. And then open up our little area here. And then here you have where we're going to put our pockets and such. So here is our pockets, okay? And we are going to go ahead and just lay these down just like this. Again, okay? And again, these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And these are for photos. So you're just going to go ahead and leave these here, just like that. And I'm going to put these 2 on first. Okay. And I'm going to raise that one up just a bit. I want at least a good, maybe what, 3/8 of an inch or so. Just there. So just kind of leave a border around them. And so I think we're good to go. So what I'm going to do though is, so I know exactly where I want these laid. I'm going to kind of mark with my pencil, okay, where I want these. And I know that that one's going to lay in between those 2 lines. And then this one is going to lay right here. And I can erase these lines once I'm done. You know, you don't have to, you know, keep them on there. But for me, it's just a little bit easier so I know exactly where I have my lines. So, okay. So for the pockets, I thought that it would be pretty fun to put the red on them. And then we can go ahead and line them with the white on top. And we'll probably have to cut these down some. But I really kind of wanted a little bit of color on these. So. Okay, to get our pockets on there, okay, and I'm just going to show you what to do, and then once I get everything done, then I will be back. So, I'm almost out of this tape. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm using my 1/4 inch tape, and I'm only doing 3 sides of my square, okay? So I'm doing those 2. This one. This one. This one. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to rip off your tape. And I'm just going to show you why I drew those lines. And you can put, it's just easier. So you can put, make sure you have the opening on this end. And you're just going to put that right there in between those lines that you drew. Just like that. Okay. So that way your pockets are where you wanted them. And they're even. Okay. So again, just going to put some tape here. Okay, and I'm just putting that right there in between those lines I drew. Scoot it over just a bit. just like that. Okay, and then I can go ahead and erase those lines that I drew there. There we go. So, okay, so then I can go ahead and get my squares done here. So, once you get your pockets in there, okay, we went ahead and made our little journaling cards. So we may need to cut these down some. So I will go ahead and cut everything down. I'm going to put on my other two pockets, and then I will be back with the measurement. Okay, so when you lay down your pockets for the bottom part, okay, I wanted to go ahead and show you that you want to leave just a little bit of a gap between the top part and then the bottom one. Okay, so I'm just leaving like maybe 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. So that leaves me a good gap. Oops, it's kind of crooked. Ah, that leaves me a nice, okay. Yay, it didn't tear. So that leaves me a good gap on the bottom part. So there we go. And you want to make sure that your pocket is good to go. Okay. There. Just like that. Okay. And same thing here. Okay. So you just want to make sure that you're leaving a good enough gap, and you want to make sure that you're even with this square and this square. So you have two squares that you need to be even with. Okay, just like that. So, okay, so there you go. So, and then for these little, this little area here, okay, I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and cut down our little journaling cards, okay, and you're going to cut them down at, you're going to cut them down at 3 and, you're going to cut them down at 3.5 by 3.5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so they will fit in there perfectly. So let me go ahead. Yep, fits perfect. So for our little cards here, our little journaling cards, you will also have now on this part. Okay, so I think for the ephemera, I think I'm going to use like some of these. Okay, and how we're going to work these is we are going to go ahead and only put a little bit of glue right up in through here. Okay, because you want your picture to slide up underneath here, or you want to write in here if you want to put a picture in there. Okay, so let me go ahead and go ahead and finish the rest of these. You can go ahead and put some papers on these, and I think for Okay, so now we're done with the front of page number 2. And now we're going to do the back of page 2. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and ink everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach everything onto our page 2. Okay, and then I will be right back. So this is the front, and this is the back. So, and I'm going to fast forward. Okay, so for the pocket here, I'm going to go ahead and use this collage right here. I was going to use the music notes, so I haven't used those yet, but I just love the Santa Claus collage. I can't help it. So I'm going to use that on here, and I didn't really need to ink that part. That's okay. Let's make sure that this is okay. And then I'm going to get one of the long sticker borders, and I'm just going to stick it on top of this. So I think it goes pretty good with this. Just like that. I am just in love with this collage paper. I absolutely just love that. So, and then we're going to go ahead and take this sticker border right here, and we're just going to stick that right on top of it. And you can leave a little border if you want to. And that's just going to go on there just like that. And I'm just going to head and fold it over, and I'm just going to cut that off. Just like that. And there is our pocket. So you can stick some things in there if you want, and then this right here you can stick, on the side, or you can use it as a tuck spot. So if you have any little pieces of paper, you can definitely go ahead and use some scratch pieces of paper. Okay. Just go ahead and back that up with this. Just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut along that line. Just like that. And then you can stick that on the side right here, just as a little decoration or something, just as a little tuck spot. And I'm just adding a little bit of glue to that. And I'm just going to stick it right down. Just like that. And then, let's see, I can add some more little decorations. I can add, well, here's a little Santa. I love that. So I can go ahead and get my scratch piece of paper. And put that on there. Get out. And just kind of fussy cut that if I want to. Fussy cut around that. Just like that. And I can also ink that. Just like that. And I can stick that. Excuse me, guys. I am still coughing this. I can just stick that right there. Just put a little bit of glue right up and through here. And just like that. And then you can continue doing that throughout your little areas here. You know, however you want. And don't forget, you still have your stickers, you still have your ephemera and other items that you can stick. And then this right here, you can either leave this or you can go ahead and put a pocket here or whatever you like. Or you can stick some mats up there, and that goes like that. And then here we have a little belly band, just like this. Okay, and we're going to stick this right here. So this like that. And the reason why is because I thought we still have our stamps to use. So I really thought this might be, this is how you can use some of your stamps, you know, throughout your albums as well. Okay, and I should have just stamped it first and then stuck this down, but I didn't do that. I'm going to stick this down and stamp it, and we will see how that turns out. So I am going to go ahead and just do this, put this here. Okay. Okay. And then we have our little book. And our little book is right here, and I added some of the little mats here, and then I did some little paper borders up on top of those little picture mats. And again, you can get your X-Acto knife and go around these, or you could just stick a picture right on top of these. So it's totally up to you, however you want to do this. And then, is this dry? I'll put some stipples on top of here. This is the heart that we cut out actually from one of the little cards. And I cut out that heart, and then I just stuck one of the ephemera pieces, the holly, and then one of the other ephemera that says Love These Days. And then this will go in here just like that. Okay. And that is for extra pictures or journaling or whatever you would like that to be. Okay. And so right now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab, Believe in Believe in Magic. grab this, okay, and I'm going to grab my little block, stamp block that I have, and pick that up with my stamp block. Okay, put this down in my stamp pad, okay, just like that. And I'm going to tilt this, okay, and I'm just going to stamp it down just like that, okay, and there you go. So I love that. And then what you can do is you can put, something here if you want to. You can put a little picture of Santa. That looks super cute. So I just love having like all of this ephemera, you guys. So awesome when you are making an album and you have more than enough items to decorate your album with. So it makes it really nice to have a lot of different items to just kind of fall back on. All right. And then if you have like any type of stickles or anything like that, you can definitely use your stickles, okay, and then just go over this just to kind of make it a little shiny. Okay, you don't have to do the whole thing. You can just do bits and pieces of your stamped letters. Okay. Just like that. So, and that makes it nice and shiny. So, there we go. So, I just love that. And then you can add some like little, maybe some shiny pieces to his hat. Right here. No? Just like that. Just kind of deck it out a little bit. You don't have to go a lot overboard, but just a little bit. And then here you can just leave that blank, or you can add, you can add another picture or whatever you want. But I think that looks really good. So we are just going to leave it like that, and we are done with page 2, y'all. So we're done with page 2. So, except for, oh, I take it back, except for the mats. If you wanted to add some mats in here, okay. So, if you wanted to add some mats in here, you can go ahead and add some tags and some 5x5 mats in here. These little tags are great. They fit, I think it's a 3x4. I think it's a 3x4. Yep, it's a 3x4 photo right in here. So this is perfect. So you could put those in there. And, if you wanted to put Merry Christmas down here, we could definitely use one of our little stickers here. And we could put that right. I don't want to block the Santa. You could just do Christmas wishes right over the little car. Right there, just like that. And then you could add some holly or whatever if you wanted to add some holly from your sticker sheet. You just add some holly over here. Maybe I will put this. Let's see. I'm going to lift my sticker up, and I'm actually going to stick it right below the ceiling. So it's right in the middle. Just like that. And then I'm going to stick that there. Then move this here, just like that. There we go. So there is that. And then, of course, you can add, like I said, some more. I'm looking for some more little tags that I had, but I don't see them anywhere. For right now, oh, here it is. There's another little tag I thought was really super cute. So those can go there. Okay, and we can add some of our wood ephemera to these. So let's go ahead and do that. So I just don't want to set this down because it's drying. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out a sleigh and a little star. So I think for the sleigh, I'm going to put that on here. Okay. And I'm just going to tag that on with my glue. There you go. And then in the back, you can add a white piece of paper for journaling if you wanted to do that. So that way you can journal on there. And then I'm going to add this on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and so there is a lot of ways that you can use a lot of elements through your book, whether it's wood or otherwise, ephemera, all kinds of different things. And there we go. So you could just go ahead and stick your tags down in there. And of course, like I said, you can add a big mat if you wanted to. You can add those definitely. So we're going to go ahead and close this up. Okay, and our page 2 is done. So now we're going to go on to page 3, and I'm just going to let this sit over on the side because I want that top part to dry. Okay,